Hey there everybody, Chris here. Just thought I would share with you some of the ways that I've found to memorize the kinesiology. So the first one, I actually went back to the skill check for the shoulder, and the one that I always had trouble remembering was the distal attachment to the latissimus dorsi. It's actually the longest proximal attachment. So the way I remember it is grooving on the floor with latissimus dorsi, because the distal attachment is the floor of the intertubercular groove. And that works for me. And then for the upper trapezius, the distal attachment, I remember it as posterior lateral third of the clavicle, because that rhymes. Rhyming is easy. So then on to the ones we have to know for the elbow, forearm, and wrist. So the first one that I created was one for the brachioradialis. So I say, brachioradialis, lateral supracondylar ridge, nearest jawline process of the distal radius. It's a bit of a mouthful. Brachioradialis, lateral supracondylar ridge, near the styloid process of the distal radius. So that's kind of works for me. Eventually I didn't really need to say it all, and it didn't really matter. It was just the rhyme helped. So brachioradialis, lateral supracondylar ridge, near the styloid process of the distal radius. And that kind of works for me. And the one that I hear in my head now for forever is pronator teres, because that one's really tough for me to remember. So pronator teres, medial epicondyle of the humerus. Pronator teres, anterior surface of proximal ulna, lateral surface of the mid-radius, lateral surface of the mid-radius. So pronator teres, the proximal attachments are the medial epicondyle of the humerus and the anterior surface of the proximal ulna. The distal is the lateral surface of the mid-radius. So pronator teres, medial epicondyle of the humerus, anterior surface of the proximal ulna. Pronator teres, medial epicondyle of the humerus, lateral surface of the mid-radius. So that worked for me. And then one last thing, to remember the distal attachment for the ulnaris, which is the extensor carpi ulnaris and the flexor carpi ulnaris. I just remember Luna, because ulna and Luna. It's also the radial ulnar nerve, so that makes it easy. And I just, for some reason, I just think of Luna as the fifth finger. I don't know why, but now whenever I look at that, I think of lunar, ulnar, lunar, and that works for me. If I come up with any others, I will let you know. And yeah, I'm sure that we're all going to do really well on this test, and all of the methods that we're using are going to work. So have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.